Yeah, yeah, yeah. We right back, right back. Y'all know, man. Y'all know what it is. We gonna talk some boxing. Where y'all at, man? Yo, what's up? What's up with boxing world, man? Yeah, man, we chilling. I don't know how long it's gonna be because I gotta probably get some lunch, run a couple errands for the fights. Fight night. I like to call it fright night because shit might get scary. You never know. Been a while. Been a while for who? You? Or been a while for me? Because I've been doing this. I've been active. Albany. Oh, y'all want to do the roll call already, I see. Well, fuck it. The fans decide. Let's do a roll call. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Tell me where you from, and I gotta get up. Hold on. Austin, Texas. Texas, Killer. Dallas. Dallas. Albany, DC. Jamaica. Atlanta. South Carolina. Where y'all at? Compton. Is Compton in the house? Bradford, England. Cleveland. Trinidad. I gotta come out there. La Habara. Mesquite, Texas. Home of UGK. Rest in peace to Pimp C, man. Rest in peace to legend. Go read a book, you illiterate son of a bitch, and step up your vocab. San Diego, Omaha, North Philly. Hey, what's up, Ock? Philly, Ock. Dallas, Jamaica, Boston, Mesquite, Iceland, High Desert, New Mexico. I was born in New Mexico. Illinois, Denver, Sacramento. Hold on. Puerto Rico. We working today, man. Hold on 1 second. South Carolina. You look like a Pyru. I'm wearing burgundy. I'm not even wearing red. But shout out to the Pyrus, man. Shout out to the Crips, everybody. We stay working. We just get this easy work. Boxing ego. We straight do this. Man, Texas, I gotta say this. Texas be showing the kid love, man. Texas got some real life boxing fans. Cause I don't think I've ever done a live stream where nobody was from Texas. Shout out to Houston, H-Town. Y'all went through it this year, but y'all bouncing back in a real major way, like the E40 CD. Yeah, man. San Antonio, rigging down all day. Texas in the building. What do you think of Ryan Garcia? That's my dude. Shout out to Victorville. I will work with him soon. He be liking my videos and stuff like that. We've talked. So he's just in Southern California. People don't understand this. California is big. California is bigger than most states. You know what I'm saying? So if I go to LA, it has to be. You know what I'm saying? Like it has to be. I don't even know who's Virgil Ortiz. I don't know him. Virgil Ortiz? No, I didn't hear that Eminem and Beyonce. So I can't make any judgments. Yeah, California is big, dog. Like, see, a lot of people think, because I'm in the Bay Area, near Oakland, near San Francisco, right? A lot of people think everything is Hollywood or some shit. Like, oh, because you live in Cali, you're right next to Hollywood and LA. It doesn't work like that. Listen to me. If you live in Northern California and you drive to LA, it takes me longer to get to LA than people who live in Vegas. If you live in Vegas and we left at the same time, you would get to LA before me. And I live in the same state, but Vegas, just where it's located, is closer to Southern California. But what about Jacob Arias? Listen, what about it? That's my dude. I already wished him I already wished him good luck today. He posted this. You know, I stay on top of it. I'm on top of my boxing, man. Pause. I be on top of my boxing. So make sure you guys wish him good luck. I already talked to him. I said good luck on your fight and everything. Look, we working. He already responded. You know what I'm saying? I'm on top of it. This is a good fight. This is just his message. He's just saying shout out to the support for people. So you know what I'm saying? Boxingego, this is the wave future. Get used to it. I got a lot of connects in the game, man. And I ain't even trying to big dog nobody, but that's my dude. Shout out to BK. Listen, I don't know. I don't know everybody from BK, but Gerald Big Baby Miller, Matt Briggs, Danny Jacobs, them BK cats be cool as fuck. So, I don't know. Like they say, spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn always show the kid love, so I always show them love. And like for me, I told you, I came up on hip hop. Like not this mumble, I be with the bitch in the bushes, I be with the bitch in the bushes. That's not me. I came up on Wu-Tang, Redman, Nas, Das Effect, Tupac, my favorite rapper. You know what I mean? Spice One. You know what I mean? Just different people like that. E40. Ooh, woke up in the AM, tossed about it. Gotta take a shit, took a dump in a minute to ring. Ooh, aye. You know what I'm saying? I came up in a different class of music, man. Yep, Ghetto Boys, Bushwick Bill, Scarface. I never seen a man cry till I seen a man die. Eminem is dope. Who else is out? LL Cool J. He voted. I just did. LL is a boxing fan. I just did a poll about Anthony Joshua, which we could get to, and LL voted on the poll. But y'all see that, and you know what I'm saying? Like Eddie Hearn was picking out random people in New York. You feel me? And he was like, oh, who is Deontay? And they go, Dion? Man, he don't know shit. There's a New Yorker named LL Cool J, a celebrity, and he voted for Wilder on the fight. But we gonna get to that. Big L was nasty. Big Pun, I think it was either his birthday was yesterday or the death of his, the anniversary of his death. I just seen some posts, so Big Pun's my dude too. Dead in the middle of Little Italy, little did we know that we riddled to middleman who didn't do diddly. He said, what did he say in that? Hey yo, I shattered dreams like Jordan assaulted batter your team. Man, come on, man. You ain't a killer. Okay. Outkast is dope. What's that poop? Everybody move to the back. Forever never seems that long until you gone. RBL Posse. That's Bay Area, so you know I know that. Shit, why you bullshitting? Will Smith actually has a lot of people like, Will Smith though got a cuss in his raps to sell records. Well, I do, so fuck him and but Will Smith actually has some hits. He had a song with Freddy Krueger, with Robert Englund. See, y'all new cats don't know shit. Y'all just know about, I be with the poor and that lean. I be with the poor and that lean. Like, you know about that junk. Yeah, man. I like good music, though. Not even just rap, though. I like old rock. I like old school R&B, like Motown, Jackson 5, Smokey Robinson. But, you know what I mean? Contemporary, like 90s R&B. Like, I like different shit, man. I like old school rock. Like, you know what I mean? Even like you know what I mean? Like the Green Days and the woohoo! Get up in the head. Like, I like different shit, man. But this new music is ass. Shit be trash. I got my head turned. Do by a jumbo jet. It wasn't easy, but nothing woohoo! When I feel happy, man, Guns N' Roses, like different shit, man. Fucking, even Oasis had that Wonderwall. That shit was cool, but man, I put any old music above new music. Point blank, period. It's just like there's actual meaning and substance. But we're gonna talk about boxing. We're gonna talk about everything. Who's gonna take the spotlight after Canelo Triple G? I don't understand the question, yo. Yo. That's how Nicki Minaj started her track. Yo. I never fuck Wayne. I never fuck Drake. Yo. What Mexican dude is fighting Josh Taylor? But anyway, okay, first of all, let's talk about the title of the video. I was born ready. Canelo Alvarez, we know he ain't coming back this year. He wants to fight on the Mexican dates, which we know to be Cinco de Mayo weekend in May and September, right? Oscar did an interview. He was doing like a charity or something. Shout out to Oscar. He does a lot of charitable things in LA where he's from, so that's always a good thing. But I seen on Fight Hype, I seen other people captured it too, but I give credit to where I seen it at. And he basically said, we gonna wait, see what Canelo wants to do. We're gonna enjoy the holidays, and I'm looking forward to Daniel Jacobs is fighting soon, aka tonight. Watch it on HBO. And he said Lemieux Saunders, I'll be there because it's a Golden Boy promotion, and that's in December. And then after, when we have all that information gathered, then we're gonna decide. But I look at it like this. If you're waiting for other middleweight fights to happen when you could be ironing out the politics, the particulars, the location, the purse split and all that with Golovkin, then that definitely means, as far as I'm concerned, that definitely means that you are interested in possibly not fighting Golovkin. Period. Shout out to Angel Santos. He in New York. He's one of my moderators. He was trying to go to the Wilder Stavern fight. Something came up, but now he's back the very next week at the next boxing event. True boxing shit. So he's at Jacobs Audius, and he's there early. Well, actually, what time is it in New York? Oh, I guess it's not that early for New York. But anyway, Hay got injured? I didn't hear that. Wow. Hey, this man Hay might want to retire then. Because, listen, I'll get back to Canelo shit in a minute. But if this, I don't know, because I ain't heard it. Damn, Josh Taylor knocked out Miguel Vasquez? Wow. Listen. Mickey Vasquez, he's the one that fought Mickey Bay. He actually fought Canelo. See, you gotta know your boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? He fought Canelo too. I think twice. But anyway, I ain't heard nothing about David Hay being injured. But if that's true, which again I can't confirm right now, I didn't see nothing. You might want to retire, man. Because if you lose to Tony Bellew again, I didn't hear the David Hay being injured, but that's sad because you just came off an injury. And I'm telling you, ain't that joint 5 hours away? I'm not sure what you're talking about. You might be talking about Jacobs Audius, but he's on New York time, so New York time is closer to 6. But their fights don't start till late. But for you guys that haven't actually went to fights yet, if you go to a boxing, a lot of times there's fights all day, even the ones that aren't televised. It'll be like, I mean, not to act like no celebrity or nothing, but when I go to fights, I don't, unless it's a stupid stacked card, I get there fashionably late. I go there for the most of the main events, but unless I know the fighter or something, just want to support, I'm usually doing last minute things and getting ready and showering and stuff, so I don't really get there when the doors first open because it's usually empty, and you know what I mean, it's 4-rounder fights, 6-rounder fights, stuff like that. Yo, Samuel Gonzalez, people like you, y'all gotta chill, fall back. I'm just having a regular live stream and your comment says, come on, ego, even you know Canelo lost the fight clearly, and you can't spell no correctly. And what do you mean, come on, ego? I'm not even talking about Canelo right now. So what are you talking about? You guys always do this come on shit. Come on, ego. What do you mean, come on, ego? I'm not even talking. I wasn't even saying shit about Canelo. What are you talking about? I'm I'm talking about David Haye being injured and New York fights. And you're like, come on, Ego. Come on. Like, as if I just said something about Canelo. Like, y'all be bugging, man. Like, come on, man. You know Hillary Clinton deleted them emails. Like, what are you talking about? I'm not even talking about Hillary Clinton. Anywho, where was I? Wow. David Haye got injured? Wow. Hey, bro. See, man, I promise you, I was thinking about going to that fight. I was thinking about trying to go to that fight. And, man, and then I was like, nah, if I go to a distance fight, a fight that's gonna, you know what I mean, probably be a little bit more, I'd rather go to Lemieux Saunders. And this is exactly why. I mean, man, I'll be hot if I was about to go to England, because I don't want to see, like, what are they gonna do? They're either gonna postpone it, or they're gonna put in a substitute, Tony Bellew versus somebody else that I don't want to see. Like, no, man. I'm just saying, if it is true, listen, if that is true, and this is no disrespect, I fuck with David Haye's whole career, pause. But if that's true, then it's not looking at it. I'm on David Haye's page right now, and he ain't putting nothing. He hasn't posted nothing yet, so I don't know. Yeah, let's talk about Bellew versus Ward when Ward announced that he's retiring. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, let Ward get ready for a December fight when he just announced that he was retiring. Some of y'all don't think about what you say. Like me, I always try to, like, people will always be like, oh, why did Jamal Charlo fight this guy or something? Like, he has a fight schedule. You have to keep that in mind. But David Haye's, his career lately, but listen, if this injury thing is true, which we don't jump to conclusions on this side, Boxingego side, but if this is true, then that's back-to-back injuries, and it kind of lends credence that David Haye was supposed to fight Tyson Fury 3 years ago, I think, roughly, right? I don't have the exact dates or whatever, but they did a press conference even. David Haye pulled out a fight with injury. Keep in mind, this is after he fought Derek Chisora, I think. He was supposed to fight Tyson Fury 2013, someone told me. I was hyped about that fight at the time. I had a boxing channel at that time, and I wanted to see that fight. And then all of a sudden he pulls out, so I'm like, okay, cool. He's going to postpone it until he gets better. And then he didn't. And then he said, oh, you know what, I'm retiring for sure. And then he disappeared for 2.5, 3 years, whatever it was. Came back, started fighting very low. Michael Moriarty or something. And he looked like a Backstreet Boy. Then he fought Arnold Gritch. Who the fuck is that? Cannon Briggs crashed his press conference. Like, yeah, I said, yeah, I'm it. Like, this motherfucker Briggs went from Jersey or New York, wherever he lives. I know he's from Brooklyn, but wherever he lives in the States, flew all the way to fuck and was terrorizing David Haye, right? Yeah, where's David Haye? I said, yeah, look at his head. He touching his curls. David Haye was like, can you pass a brain scan? He passed the brain scan, fought on the undercard. David Haye still didn't fight him. Then you fight a cruiserweight in Tony Bellew from Creed, who's been stopped at light heavyweight by Adonis. I'm Superman, real champ. I like Adonis be like yelling, I'm the real Superman. But anyway, you lost at light heavyweight to him by stoppage. Tony Bellew comes out boxing well. I think David Haye was kind of working himself in the fight, but then he got an injury, right? And then you end up getting stopped with the ankle injury. Now you're supposed to have this redemption rematch, revenge or repeat rematch, and again your body's breaking up. So that, like, to me, for David Haye, those aren't good signs. That 3-year layoff was probably not the best idea, because now that you're coming back, it's like on some Derrick Rose shit. You know what I'm saying? Where you're a very good fighter, very good player, but you can't get beyond these injuries. This is some real life Derrick Rose. Like, Derrick Rose be like, I'm Mr. Glass. Y'all seen Unbreakable, that M. Night Shyamalan shit? Yes. Adonis Stevenson was wilding when he got the mic. No, I'm the real Superman. A Superman. Like, okay, Superman, calm down. So, again, I can't confirm this Haye shit. This is news to me. But we live. So we just go with the flow. And I'm the real Superman. No, I'm just playing. If that is true, that's not a good sign. And because that was supposed to close out the year, I don't know, just whatever. I'll let you know if I hear anything about the hate shit. Ego, do you agree with the comments made by John David Jackson that Jacobs was protected by Al Heyman? Absolutely not. Why would I believe that? See, listen, no disrespect to John David Jackson. Interviewed him before, cool dude. He's made some questionable decisions, like somebody who was as bad as he says in Kovalev. You sure stayed with him for a few years, and you weren't getting treated right, getting paid on time. So to me, that's kind of coonish or questionable, to be honest. But bottom line, his fighter is up against Jacobs, so they're gonna say whatever. I don't think. How the fuck is Jacobs? How is Jacobs protected when they put him in there with Dimitri Perot and he got stopped? Like, if you're gonna protect him, you would have kept him away, because at the time Dimitri Perot was a real good fighter. He was like at top of the division, you know what I mean, or one of the guys. You know what I mean? He was one of the guys that people were watching for, right? So if you're protected, why? Because if I'm not mistaken, Al Heyman or Jacob started his career with Al Heyman. He's been with him for a while. So why did he fight Perot? And then he battled cancer, and then they brought him back to HBO at the time, and he was fighting comeback fights after being in remission with cancer. And then not too long after that, he's fighting Peter Quillen, who, shout out to my dude Kid Chocolate. I'm friends with both of them, but I honestly thought at the time, that was the battle for Brooklyn. At the time, I thought Peter Quillen was gonna beat Danny Jacobs. At the time, right? So, I mean, what's protected about that? See, okay, I'm not even throwing shade, but new media style, we get to the actual factuals. Listen, if Jacobs fought Dimitri Perot, Peter Quillen, and Gennady Golovkin, just those names, we don't have to look at anything else. You could say Sergio Mora, but really the three I just said, right? And with those three names, his resume is infinitely better than Luis Cuba Arias. Despite if you think Cuba beats him tonight or anything, I don't even think Cuba Arias is denying that Jacobs has a better resume. So once again, if John David Jackson, if you listen to what people are saying, how are you going to say so-and-so was protected, and even the guy that you're calling protected has a better resume than your fighter? Does that make any sense to me? Like, how can you say someone's protected when I just named three names that are way better than the names that Cuba Arias have fought? Y'all worried about why I'm wearing glasses and I have cataracts? Okay, the money still spends the same, so y'all can entertain the foolish. I'm cross-eyed. Okay, all of that. Yep, I have cataracts. I'm blind. I'm Ray Charles. Cool. As long as these paychecks is still spending the same, we good. Now back to Jacobs. Jacobs, his resume is clearly better in terms of the names and level of opposition. No, it's cool if you're playing. I'm just saying the paychecks still spend the same. But Jacobs has a better resume than Luis Cuba Arias. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, how is he protected? You know what I'm saying? That doesn't even make sense to me. How can you say someone's protected if they have a better resume than you? Did somebody explain that? Because I don't understand that. That don't even make sense to me. Oh yeah, he was protected, but his resume is still better than mine. I mean, I can't make that make sense. Nice hat, thank you. Ego, why are you wearing a hoodie, man? These people are so petty. Talk that boxing shit, Ego. Yeah, man, you know, it comes with the territory. We've been at this a while, but like I said, as long as people are watching, people are tuning in, and I mean, if they're concerned with another grown man, his attire, and you know, I mean, I've even had weird stuff like I've never met so many moist dudes until I got into the boxing game. I get people all the time that they be like, oh, you do your eyebrows. Y'all a family, so we just being real. I don't get my eyebrows done. My pops got the same eyebrows, just for the record. And I'm like, but beyond that, why would another dude be all looking in my eyebrows like that? That's really weird. You know what I'm saying? That's creepy to me. Like, oh yeah, your eyebrows. You're getting your fucking eyebrows waxed, bro. Like, okay, I'm trying to talk boxing. You trying to talk about my eyebrows and beard and hats and glasses? That's just weird. That's weird. Where I'm from, that's weird. And y'all be making all these gay San Francisco jokes and stuff because I'm from the Bay, but nobody out here is like really doing all that. Look at your eyebrows, bro. Come on, man. But whatever. Like I said, as long as I feel like I'm on some Mayweather shit. We verified now with the account. You know what I'm saying? Not too many people in boxing get those accolades on YouTube, and we started from the ground up. I'm not signed to no network, so you know what I mean. If people's biggest concern is why I'm wearing glasses and what I got on and me getting my eyebrows done, then fuck it. We doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't talking about, oh, you don't pull no females or this and that, so it's good. Or you ain't making no money on YouTube, so whatever. Like Floyd said, are you paying to see him win? Paying to see him still lose? You still watch. So, hey, Ego, would you come to the UK to cover a fight? Absolutely. I don't know if you were on the stream earlier, but I just said that I was considering coming out for the Hey Bellew too, but now people are saying he's injured, so you know what I mean? I'm not even trying to do that. Like, if I come to the UK, it has to be for a big fight. You know what I mean? Because it has to make sense. And like, Hey Bellew, if he's gonna get injured and shit, then that's not worth it. Me getting tickets and reservations. Ego, how can we nominate you for the next media award? I don't know. I guess it just depends on whoever's organizing it and people. I don't know if there's a voting system or if they just pick people. Not sure. Come to San Antonio to cover a fight? I would love to come to Texas. But when's the last time y'all had a fight? Like a major fight? Joshua Wilder? Yeah, that's a given. Eubank or Groves? Good fight. I'm rocking with Eubank. He's a bit fresher. Like, he's never been knocked out like George Groves did versus Froch, really in the second fight. He's just been through more wars. James DeGale, even though he won that fight, Badu Jack knocked him down. You know what I'm saying? So I just think Eubanks, he has good conditioning and shape. I think he has the belt from beating Reynold Quinlan or whatever. So he's just a bit fresher, less wars. Like Billy Joe Saunders was probably his toughest fight, and then he fought a lot of competition. Best year of boxing, thanks, Ego. Yeah, man, thank you guys. Thank you guys to the fans. Like I said, I'm the people's champ. I do my best job. I try to cover the stuff you guys want me to cover. And then we keep it pushing. 2017 has been lit. It's been fun. Definitely. I would honestly say this is easily my best year in terms of like the strides and moves we made. I've never covered this many fights to the face like this. I've covered fights in previous years, but I went ham this year. I mean, every major fight that I applied to or wanted to go to, I went to. Like, I mean, like, put it this way: what was your favorite? Except for Joshua Klitschko, I didn't even apply to that. But that or Brooks Spence. But name a U.S. fight that was your favorite fight, and I probably went to it. You know what I mean? Keep working, Ego, on the WBC. Will make you a belt soon. LOL. That's funny. Do you think next year can top this year with the fights? That's hard because it's been lit this year. I mean, put it this way. In terms of what there is out there, yes. Like, in terms of, okay, put it this way. How do I say this? In terms of if these fights come off, yes, it might be able to do it. But the thing is that, like, okay, here, ideally, I'll give you guys some examples. What if What if Joshua fought Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury next year, right? What if Errol Spence fights Lamont Peterson and then he gets Keith Thurman? What if Sean Porter and Danny Garcia fight, right? What if Sullivan Barrera and Beterbiev fights if he wins tonight, right? That's the type, or Sullivan Barrera, Vodstick, things like that, or Kovalev versus Barrera. You know what I mean? The winner of Lomachenko, Rigondeaux. Let's say Lomachenko wins. What if he fights Tank? What if Rigondeaux fights Leo or somebody? You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's possible, but it's going to take a lot because there has to be the right matches made. You know what I mean? So it just depends. But I think the stage is set where it really could, based on the matches. Like Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, that fight, why not? Why couldn't that fight happen in 2018? Lemieux Saunders winner versus Triple G, why can't that happen? Jermall Charlo versus what's the name? Jermall Charlo versus Triple G. That's the mandatory. That can happen if we push for it and the promoters make these shits happen. Jermall Charlo versus Lubin, Jared Swift Hurd or Lada. He said he's down to fight, so it's a possibility. Jacobs with Lemieux, Jacobs with Charlo. So the stage is set. It's just a matter of what promoters give us. You know what I mean? Jeff Horn, Crawford. I think that's a solid fight. Crawford, Errol Spence. I don't know if they would make it next year, but I mean, obviously, what if it did? So yeah, I mean, in terms of the me playing matchmaker, if I was to make all these fights, then yeah, I could see tons of ways. Gary Russell versus Joseph Jojo Diaz. Gary Russell versus Oscar Valdez. So there's ways that it could top it. You know what I mean? Because no offense, but Keith Thurman versus Danny Garcia, it was I was really excited for it, but as a fight, I thought Sean Porter versus Keith Thurman was way more entertaining. So if Keith Thurman fought Errol Spence, I really don't see how that's not going to deliver entertainment value. You know what I mean? Danny Garcia versus Thurman was kind of light. Thurman boxed and did his best work early, then let off the gas, and you know what I mean, was a little bit more evasive. Danny Garcia was a very slow start. So it really just depends. Ego, why do you think I'm sure that's Golden Boy. Why do you think Golden Boy always attack another promoter? Well, it just really depends on where you're at. That's how I look at it. Yeah, why do people attack me? You notice I don't never mention anybody in boxing. You know what I mean? From fans to other channels, I don't mention people. You know, I just do my thing and keep it pushing. So sometimes people, they're more preoccupied with what others are doing. Like people make diss videos about me saying, "Oh, you bought subscribers." Okay, I mean, if that's what you think, if you think buying subscribers pays your hotel fees and flight accommodations and all that, then good. You know what I'm saying? If you think buying subscribers, you're gonna in turn get rewarded for buying subscribers by getting a verified account through YouTube, so they're gonna just reward me for cheating. I mean, if that's how you think this shit works, then fuck it. So I mean, that's the same reason for Golden Boy. Golden Boy, their stables dwindled down. They do have some up and comers, but there's nobody that's even like, okay, put it this way. When I look at the Golden Boy, and this is y'all asking me questions, I'm just being real. Ego, why are you always beefing with someone? What are you talking about? How am I beefing with someone? I didn't even say nothing. But whatever. See, y'all just be typing stupid shit. We about to start doing some hot seats soon, because you're talking about why you always beefing with someone. Who am I beefing with? After I just literally finished said, I don't even mention nobody, or you know what I mean, I don't start with nobody. But anyway, you look at Golden Boy's roster, and it's clearly Canelo. All right, you getting blocked. You doing that stupid shit. He said, don't be mad because you don't know shit. Okay, so in the same vein, don't be mad because you just got blocked for saying stupid shit repeatedly. You're the weakest link. Goodbye. Now we move on. Why do even people try to test? Like, you guys see what it is. You clearly see what it is, and you know what it's gonna be, and we just move on. I'm gonna spend 20 seconds making fun of your dumb ass, blocking you. We're gonna throw our L's up, pour out a little liquor, and then we right back to the boxing talk. So, I mean, if it was worth it to you, then you don't know shit about boxing, that's why you're angry. Okay. And you don't know shit about staying in streams because you're blocked. The end. Anyway, back to, see, I don't forget. I know we're not going to lose our place because when y'all do the stupid shit, it's just like reading a book. I just put the bookmark in, put it in that page, and I know where I left off. So back to Golden Boy, right? Oh my gosh. Do y'all really want this? What are you disagreeing with? Who are you talking to? You disagree with me? What do you disagree with? Y'all always have something to disagree with, but y'all ain't never saying nothing. What do you disagree with now? He's like, I disagree. Okay, what? Formulate a sentence. Pizza sounds good tonight, man. I'm gonna have to order that pizza. Fight night pizza. That sounds kind of good. Okay, so back, since they're taking forever to respond. Boxing is not about disagreement. Listen, see, that's the problem with boxing. Y'all talking about boxing is about disagreement. No, it's not. Boxing is about the hot seat and burning you motherfuckers alive. That's what boxing is about, because it's not agreeing or disagreeing for the sake of disagreeing. What it's really about is about, if you disagree, that's fine, but speak to why you disagree. And I don't know who just asked me Little Caesars $5 hot and ready or Costco pizza. No comparison. Costco pizza tastes way better than Little Caesars be tasting like cardboard sometimes. At least the ones out here in the Bay. But anyway, disagreeing is cool, but you gotta explain why you disagree. Anyway, let me get back to this Golden Boy question, because y'all trying to pull me in every which way. Golden Boy has Canelo, and then there's clearly everybody else. If you disagree with that, please explain who's even remotely as popular as Canelo. Please, somebody let me know. Please, somebody. I want that. I want to know that. Who would you say has... No, I'm talking about in Golden Boy stable, not just any fighter like Anthony Joshua or something. I'm talking about in Golden Boy stable. Nobody, exactly. There's nobody that's even remotely close. That's why, you know what I mean? It's probably why Adelaide Bird's scorecard was, nobody can understand it to this day. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you had Canelo winning. I don't care if you had Golovkin winning. I don't care if you had a draw. But no one won 10 rounds in that fight. That's just stupid. That's just like, you might as well just gave him 11 rounds or 12 out of, I mean, if that's how you judge a fight, you should have just gave Canelo 12-0 and gave him every round. You know what I mean? Just like CJ Ross, when Canelo got dog walked, right? Mayweather took Canelo to the dog park after Canelo had been calling him out for years, and Mayweather took him to the dog park, and then CJ Ross talking about it was a draw. See, y'all gotta start listening to Box Talk 101. He said 142 people watching, 96 likes. We can do better, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. And I agree. Hit that thumbs up button. You know what I mean? And just so you guys know, like, it's not a guilt trip or nothing, but we gotta make sure the engagement, we have it cracking, because it takes a lot more for live streams. I mean, you see it, the distractions, the hot seats and stuff. So to make these live streams happen, it takes a lot more. Like, some people think it's easy, because you don't have to edit nothing, but it's a lot more, because I go on until, you know what I mean, whenever. Sometimes I've done 3-hour live streams before, so make sure you guys respect the process so I can continue bringing them. If not, then if the engagement's not there, then we're just going to do shorter live streams, you know what I mean, more direct to a certain subject matter, answer a few questions, and I'm going to be out and go about my day and work on actual edits and stuff. But shout out to Cleveland, man. But like I said, there's no one on Golden Boy that's even remotely as popular as Canelo. So it's like, that's why I think De La Hoya, he's missing when he had Al Heyman stable in his stable. You know what I'm saying? Because why would you be so concerned with with people who are no longer on your side of the fence. Like even Bob Arum, like I don't really hear Bob Arum. Like you want a fun fact? I never really hear Bob Arum even. See, this is how you know there's politics in boxing. Just listen to what I'm about to say. When Bob Arum, when people wanted to see the Pacquiao Mayweather fight in those first 5 years with the drug test and all that, Bob Arum was talking greasy about Floyd. Mayweather, he's a boring fighter. You know what I mean? He was doing all that. You notice Bob Arum doesn't even really like roast Floyd after they made all that money together in the Pacquiao fight, and we all knew and seen what happened. Pacquiao landed 71 punches. Bob Arum doesn't even really go in on Mayweather anymore. He might say like Mayweather and Conor McGregor, it's a business fight, or I don't think it's great for boxing, but he used to go in on Mayweather, talking about how he's like boring and shit like that. So, you know, it's all politics. But like I said, Bob Arum, I don't even see Bob Arum really like chastising the competition. Like Al Heyman, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really see that. When is the last time you hear Bob Arum like just really like nonstop talking about little like fighters that got away and shit? You know what I'm saying? Like Mayweather was with Top Rank, right? And he did astronomical numbers after he left Top Rank. And you don't always hear, if I was promoting Mayweather, I will. You don't hear him talking about things that are no longer in effect, I guess is the way. Like even, Cotto was working with Top Rank for the Sergio Martinez fight, Delvin Rodriguez fight, and then he up and left and went to Rock Nation. I don't even hear Bob Arum even talk about Cotto, really, in interviews. He doesn't like, if I was promoting Miguel Cotto, he wouldn't be fighting Saddam Ali. Like he's not even, it's like he doesn't even care. Like he like, fuck that. Cotto dissed us after we made money together. You know what I mean? Fuck him. That's what I've get. I mean, when do you hear Bob Arum really talking about Cotto? But on the flip side of the coin, you always hear De La Hoya talking about everything that is Heyman, everything that is Mayweather. If I was still promoting, hey, if I was promoting Deontay, Bronze Bomber Wilder, he'd be a star. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you still talking to, like, you're not promoting Wilder. He sounds comfortable with his situation, right? So it's like, what do they say? Water under the bridge? That's what I feel like. I just feel like, what's the point of even talking? If I was promoting Errol Spence, and Errol Spence needs a promoter, Mikey Garcia needs a promoter. Like, listen, the interviewer said, I heard Errol Spence is getting paid $3.5 million for Lamont Peterson. Again, I don't give a fuck about Errol Spence's money. If he's getting that, props to you, brother. Man down, take it to the bank. So I don't really care how much money a fighter's getting for all intents and purposes. The only reason we even talk about stuff like that is because it's a boxing channel. You know what I mean? It's a boxing channel, so we talk about numbers and stuff. But as a fan, I don't really care. If that's props to you. I'm glad he's getting taken care of. But so I don't know. I can't confirm or deny that he is getting $3.5 million. But that's the rumor. ESPN, I even think Dan Rayfield, I think, was even talking about that. So that's the rumor, right? So how you gonna say the motherfucker Errol Spence needs a promoter when he's getting $3.5 million for Lamont Peterson, if that's in fact true? And that's all we have to go off. I haven't really heard Errol Spence say yay or nay, but that's the rumor, even from ESPN. So how the fuck does Errol Spence need a promoter if he's fighting a Lamont Peterson, who's a good fighter, solid name? You know what I mean? I don't think people are mad with the fight or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's a respectable guy. It's a guy who had a welterweight interim version of the belt, and he's gonna get at least $1 million. We know he's gonna get. What's up, Gracie Poo? We know Spence is probably gonna get at least $1 million. Maybe as high as $3.5 million, according to this rumor. You feel me? So my whole thing is, how can De La Hoya say Errol Spence needs a promoter? No, the fuck he don't. Why would he need a promoter if he's able to use his brand, use his fighting style? And see, and this is the other thing. Errol Spence is a real cat, and he did an interview, I think, with the Breakfast Club, and he's like, people were like, oh, why you don't trash talk and why don't you become more animated? And he was like, I'm not gonna be someone I'm not. He said, I fight how I fight, I do what I do, and you know what I mean, I wouldn't be myself if I started acting a certain way just because the cameras are rolling. And I can dig that, I respect that. There's a lot of guys like that. Like, Spence is no punk, Terrence Crawford's no punk, Ward's no punk. So they're not gonna go out of their way to trash talk. But if you get in their grill and start pushing up on them and trying to intimidate them like Kovalev did to Ward, then you'll get that side out of them. But other than that, they just, you know what I mean, they do their thing, right? So the whole thing is like, I just, what De La Hoya has been saying, just, it sounds crazy and it sounds like you're salty. You sound salty. Like, why are you talking about if you had Wilder, if you had Spence still, and this and that, right? Prove me wrong. Somebody prove me wrong. So, like, why does Errol Spence need a promoter if he's getting $3.5 million allegedly to fight Lamont Peterson? What promoter? What would De La Hoya do? You know what I'm saying? De La Hoya. I'll ask Errol next time I see him. I don't know if he'll tell me, but I'll ask him. How much did De La Hoya offer you more than $3.5 million to fight Cotto? So you got to look at it. Golden Boy, they said they made an offer to Errol Spence to fight Cotto. That would require Errol Spence to move out of 147, where he's a champion, to fight Cotto, a legend, a Hall of Famer, at 154, right? So you were going to offer for Errol Spence to move up in weight. You were going to offer him allegedly less than what he's getting to stay put in his division and fight a guy like Lamont Peterson, who doesn't have drastic, you know what I mean, his power is not, I would say Cotto at 54 has better power. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So how can you say he needs a promoter? What, as a promoter, you would be asking Spence to do more, to leave his division and get less money for pretty much a harder opponent. Because let's say Lamont Peterson, and this is no disrespect, this is just a question, and it's my opinion, but let's say Lamont Peterson moved up to 54 and fight Cotto. Is anyone really picking Peterson to beat Cotto at 54? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? So Golden Boy was trying to give Errol Spence a harder task for less money. Move up in weight where you're a champion at this weight for less money. So how can De La Hoya say that Spence needs a promoter? Obviously he doesn't. He's in a situation where he knows the PBC staff and he's been working on that network. Doesn't have to uproot and leave, and he's making more money to fight someone in his division. Actually, Spence is a natural 154. Look for him to vacate 147 after 2018. Listen, I don't give a shit about what you're talking about, because Spence still makes the weight, and as long as fighters make the weight, that's the new age of boxing. So if Spence weighs 210 in his off season and comes down and still makes the weight, then it is what it is. People have been doing that for years. Canelo Alvarez didn't. He was squeezing down, squoze his Ike was born ready ass to 54 and 55, when we knew, everybody with a brain knew that it was getting increasingly hard for him to make those types of weight, and he still did it. So, I mean, that's just the era of boxing that we're in, where guys, their walk-around weight is probably bigger than where they campaign at. It is what it is. But anyway, back to my initial statement that nobody's come with an educated rebuttal. Why does Errol Spence need a promoter if he's making more money with an advisor and no promoter, staying on the same network he's been on routinely, and he's fighting a Lamont Peterson, someone in his division, as opposed to moving up to 54, right? So what De La Hoya is saying sounds good, and you have fans. Hold on, I think we have a hot seat. Battle 619 says it's not all facts. What's not facts? What's not facts? Now I want to see, first of all, I gotta make sure he's talking to me. What's not all facts? What's not all facts? Battle, what's not all facts? We can battle right now if you're talking to me. The money being made by Spence. But I've already just said that the 3.5 is a rumor, right? And I haven't heard a confirmation, so that's fine. You can say that argument, but you don't think he's gonna get at least $1 million to fight Lamont Peterson, despite if it's 3.5? Like I said, I really don't care about if it's 1.5 or 1.7 or whatever. The bottom line is this: Golden Boy seems to want to sign these fighters to multi-fight deals, and they're turning down the fights. So you can argue semantics about this 3.5 rumor. Yeah, we can't confirm if he's really getting 3.5 million, but this is what we can confirm. Battle, since you want to battle and you want to kind of go against the grain, we're gonna put you up against the grain. The bottom line is this: Errol Spence met the dude, know the dude, seems like an educated young brother. He seems like someone who's really just trying to support his family, right? Okay, now you're in the hot seat. See, I was trying to let you slide. I was just going to give you like a tongue lashing, like in school you, but now you're in the hot seat. Now you're in the fucking hot seat. Battle, let's get it. Spence could have been a pay-per-view star already. So you're basically saying if he was with Golden Boy, now you're about to get this work. You're basically, get your popcorn, everybody. You're saying Spence could have been a pay-per-view star already if he was with Golden Boy. So please explain how Golden Boy would have made Errol Spence a pay-per-view star. And I want to hear your opening statements, and I got some questions for you, and you about to get bodied. So everybody get your L's, put your L's in your pocket, and be prepared to pull that motherfucker out the holster, because he will get this L. Grab your popcorn. Come on, Battle. Your name's Battle. We'll see if you like to battle in this hot seat. Let's go. Shout out to Gracie Poo. I see you, Gracie Poo. Come to Death Row. We're going to start printing our own money. So let's go. Everybody put the popcorn emoji, because it's about to go down. Me and Battle about to battle, and it's the last man standing, and I promise you it won't be Battle. Okay, now you're already talking about Danny Garcia. The first word out your mouth is Danny. We're talking about Errol Spence. What's Danny Garcia got to do with Errol Spence? Jumping around, you're losing sight. Danny Garcia was on the verge, but he left Golden Boy too. We're not talking about Danny Garcia. We're not talking about Angel. I speak the truth. We aren't talking about none. We talking about Errol Spence, which is why you in the hot seat. We're not talking about Keith Thurman and Duck Me Thun and all that. We talking about Errol Spence. See how they always try to bounce around and yeah, Dwayne Johnson, he said it best. No, we talking about Errol Spence. We're not talking about any of this other stuff. We talking about Errol Spence or your L. Those are the two things we're speaking on. He replied, okay, hold on. He had a promoter. What does that mean? You said he replied. What does that mean? We talking about Errol Spence. You about to get that work. We talking about Errol Spence. How would Golden Boy have made him a star? Errol Spence a pay-per-view star by right now. He just put exactly. Right? What does exactly mean? How would Golden Boy have made Errol Spence Jr. a pay-per-view star? Okay. So, you believe if you put him on the undercards of Canelo fights, that Errol Spence would just be a star based off of that, right? When Errol Spence fought Leonard Bundu, they staged it after the Rio 2016 Olympics, and like 6.4 million people watched it. So that was major eyes, and he's not on someone's undercard, but he's the main event in his own thing, and the banner is his face. It's not Canelo's face and Chavez Jr.'s face, just with a Spence Jr. versus Lamont Peterson name at the bottom. You get, because Golden Boy, you know they're gonna put Canelo's face hella big on the billboard, Chavez Jr. fantastical face on the billboard, and it'll probably say the font, the type font, Spence Jr. versus Lamont Peterson, if he was fighting on his undercard. At least Errol Spence is main eventing his last couple of events. He went over to the UK and became a champion without Golden Boy, beat Kell Brook, made him do the Colin Kaepernick kneel, and then he took his belt and he got eyes over there, like the Matchroom Boxing, you know what I mean, they promoted the fight, so he gained some UK fans. So, and that was all without Golden Boy. So your whole pretense, your first comment, right, was him fighting on Canelo undercards would just catapult him to pay-per-view star power. Really? Just because he's on someone's undercard when he's the main event and he's the like Showtime and whatever, they're doing the reveal with Mark Kriegel, Spence and Brian Custer, and pulling them on in between other welterweight fights and shit like that to talk. But because he's fighting on Canelo undercards, that just would have catapulted him to pay-per-view super status. Now, I understand if Spence and Canelo were in the same division and they were using that to build a Canelo-Errol Spence fight, but now they're in completely different divisions right now. 147 versus 160. So I don't believe that. He would have gained Mexican fans like Floyd. No, you see, now battle. Why do y'all want to battle when y'all can't battle? You said he would have gained Mexican fans like Floyd. Floyd gained Mexican fans because they either liked him, or a lot of them wanted to see him lose, or because he was fighting Latino and Hispanic fighters and beating them. Those are reasons why Floyd gained it. Errol Spence, his division right now, the way it sits, there's not the contemporary Hispanic names like that. Like, I'm not talking like there's like a Danny Garcia, but people consider him Puerto Rican American. Not like a guy like Maidana, who's from Argentina, who doesn't really speak English, or Floyd fighting Canelo, whose English isn't that good. So Floyd is Floyd, and the reason Floyd got Mexican fans or whatever is totally different than Errol Spence. He was beating contemporary Hispanic and Latino fighters that didn't speak necessarily a lick of English, right? And they don't show any Spence fights on any Mexican channels at all. So let me get this straight. Spence is from Texas, DeSoto, Texas, right? And just because he's not fighting on Canelo's undercards and his fights aren't, I guess, available in Mexico, according to you, those are reasons why he's not a pay-per-view star. So this is all about the Mexican dollar. Like, for an African-American fighter, the reason he's not a pay-per-view star is dependent solely on the Mexican market. You know what I'm saying? Really? And I've already given you more than 3 responses, and you getting bodied. You keep putting a million responses, and you're not even getting. Look at Triple G. Triple G has a Mexican trainer. Errol Spence doesn't. Triple G is calling himself Mexican style. So, you know what I mean? Triple G is Triple G. It's about making more money. Battle. Why did you want to battle me? Like, you wanted to battle me for this? You wanted the hot seat for this? Okay. Y'all want me to put the nail in this boy's coffin? Because he's doing a bunch of this, but he ain't fucking with me. Y'all want the nail in the coffin? Put a hell yeah. If you want me to put the nail in the coffin, I'm about to crucify this boy. Can I get a hell yeah? No, don't put the L's up yet, because I didn't even put the nail in the coffin yet. Put a hell yeah. We don't need a vote yet, because I'm still, he's still at the morgue. We still putting the makeup on him. All right, let me crucify him. Now, since you put 1,000 responses and ain't really talking about nothing, here's a question for you. Name one active Golden Boy fighter. You guys all heard this, right? Name one active Golden Boy fighter that is African American or black that is this pay-per-view superstar that you're talking about, or even remotely known as like a big star. One Golden Boy fighter. Name one black Golden Boy fighter that is this pay-per-view star that you're saying that Golden Boy would have made Errol Spence into. We gonna put the nail in the coffin. It's that ether, the shit to make you. Heyman took them all. But okay, so Heyman took what was already his. He was already advising all these motherfuckers, and Heyman didn't take them if they chose to go. They could have stayed with Golden Boy during that whole split or whatever, but they chose to go. And Leo Santa Cruz chose to name his kid Al Heyman. He didn't name his kid a more Hispanic name like De La Hoya. He didn't call him Oscar. He called him Al, Lil Al. So they chose to go. That's one. Someone says, error 505, no African American fighters found in Golden Boy. Wow. PBC is not even free like that no more. What the fuck? That literally has nothing to do with Errol Spence being a pay-per-view star. So PBC not being free, what does that have to do with what we're talking about? It has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but you know you're getting bodied, right? You don't want to wave the white flag, so you go to something completely different. Name, and you still not answer my question. Name one black. I didn't say Al Heyman took them all. I asked you to name one black fighter, right, that Golden Boy has made into a superstar, or an active black fighter, African American fighter that is with Golden Boy that is a star, like you're saying that he would have made him. He doesn't. Looky here. So, okay, even if Al Heyman, as you say, took, but these people chose to go with Al Heyman, he took them. So, in the whole history of black fighters and talented black fighters, you think Al Heyman, who has a stable of 250, 300 fighters, I don't know exactly how many he has at this moment. So there's no other black fighters anywhere that they could have acquired. Like Shakur Stevenson, instead of Top Rank, they couldn't have acquired no black fighters because Al Heyman has everything that is black. That's what you're trying to tell me. You know what I'm saying? So there's other black fighters in this planet that are probably really good, right? There's black fighters that are with Golden Boy, Keandre Gibson, Rashidi Speedy Ellis, and people don't even close to know who they are at a mainstream level, right? So and there's other people like who got out the amateurs and shit like that, and you can sign them if you have the right deal and they feel it's the right fit and they like the package. Like Shakur Stevenson, he didn't go with Al Heyman, he went with Top Rank. He liked what they had to offer. Boom, he's over there now. So name someone like that. Brian Jennings went over with Top Rank. So, ain't nobody. Oscar doesn't prioritize anything but Mexican fighters. There's no one that's so okay. So listen. Now this is just getting fun for me. We already put the nail in the coffin, but now this is just like the added sprinkles on the ice cream and the cherry on top. So since you just admitted that there are no black superstar fighters currently signed to Golden Boy, even though despite the ones that went with Al Heyman, there's other great black fighters who came out of like the amateur circuit. Gary Russell's brother came out the Olympics, Shakur Stevenson. None of those guys were acquired by Golden Boy, right? Those people. And none of them are superstars with Golden Boy. Right? So that's one thing. See how, just look at his responses. He's desperate. When people start drowning, they just start panicking, you know what I mean? They're reaching, they just want the air. They want to breathe so bad that they're just like, they don't realize that the panic is actually making you die faster, you know, as opposed to staying calm. And that's what he's doing. He just keeps putting a bunch of unnecessary shit. PBC's not even free no more. Okay. What does that have to do with Errol Spence being a pay-per-view star? Please tell me. Please tell me. You getting bodied, my dude. You getting bodied up. So, here's the sprinkles. Here's the sprinkles for battle that wanted to battle. All right. Let's say one of you guys were getting married. You want to hire me. Let's say I'm a wedding photographer. Right? You want to hire me. This is the biggest moment of your life. You and your wife, right? You and your wife about to get married. You're spending thousands, millions, whatever of dollars to make this wedding memorable and special. This is the person you love. I'm a wedding photographer. Name something. We got to do it like Family Feud. Name something that you would want to see from me to let me know if you should hire me as your wedding photographer. You guys in the comment section answer that question. If you were having this elaborate, eloquent, very nice wedding, and I'm a wedding photographer, what would you need from me to determine if I'm the right fit? Low prices. There we have it. Portfolio, resume. You guys are great. You would need that portfolio. You're not going to just hire someone for a moment like photography, if you kiss, you may now kiss the bride. That's an important moment. If you miss that, the photographer was like eating chips or something, didn't have his gear out. If you miss that and they're unprofessional or something, the pictures are blurry, it's over, right? So as a person getting married in this extravagant wedding in Hawaii or whatever, you would need to see my portfolio. You want to see that I've done this before. You want to see that I have good quality pictures, that I can fulfill your vision. You guys are great. Now, as it relates to Errol Spence, you're telling me Errol Spence Jr. made a mistake by not dealing with Golden Boy or not signing with him, and he would have been a pay-per-view star. So, as an African-American fighter, what person have they made into a pay-per-view star? Wouldn't you want to see Golden Boy's portfolio? Like, damn, ever since this black fighter went over to Golden Boy, it's been on and popping. Even at like a Terrence Crawford level, you could say, if you're a black fighter, you could say, since Terrence Crawford went to Top Rank, he's getting main events, and you know what I mean, he might get a Pacquiao fight soon. He's about to get a title shot. But who has Golden Boy put up there like that in terms of exposure? You would have to see something from him. So who is Golden Boy? Who's Golden Boy? Yeah, Bradley, that's a good one. Top Rank had Bradley, right? He got 3 Pacquiao shots and then retired, so obviously his money's good. Bernard Hopkins got knocked out of the fucking galaxy and knocked out of the ring. What did Golden Boy do? I lived in California and I didn't even go to Hopkins versus Joe Smith Jr., right? And I don't think it didn't do no record-breaking numbers. It didn't have no crazy promotion behind it, right? Sugar Shane, name Sugar Shane's last 3 fights. And besides, you're naming like Hall of Fame fighters who are 40 or better, 40 and 50 years old. So basically, on Golden Boy, on Golden Boy, you have to be a legend in the game and a Hall of Famer who's 40 plus to get dates and all that. Like, how does that help a young black fighter? How would that, like Errol Spence? Errol Spence ain't no fucking 45 or whatever Mosley is, or 40. He's not 51 like Bernard Hopkins. So how would that entice a young black fighter who just got out the Olympics, just got a title, How is that going to inspire him? Like, hey, they taking care of Mosley. They taking care of Bernard Hopkins, 51-year-old ass. Danny Jacobs is not with Golden Boy. Do you guys watch boxing? Daniel Jacobs is fighting tonight. And guess what? It's not a Golden Boy card. He's fighting on Matchroom. Shout out to Eddie Hearn. Hopefully we get Joshua Wilder. Do you guys really watch boxing? Y'all talking about Danny Jacobs. I just talked to him today, and he's not fighting on a Golden Boy card. He's fighting on a Matchroom boxing card presented by HBO. Shout out to Eddie Hearn. He said he's taking over the America promotion-wise, so we want to see. We want to see what he can do. Eddie Hearn's a good promoter. But anyway, that is not a good reason. That's not going to make, if you have no examples or no portfolio to show that, then why would Errol Spence want to go over there? And I'm just asking the question. When there's no young black fighters that I can think of that have made this. And you're the one that said he would have made him a pay-per-view star. Now let's vote. I know I destroyed this clown. If Battle couldn't survive with me in the battle, put your L's up. Put your L's up. Wow. Look at these L's coming in. It's a raining L's. All right, one of my admins in this stream, someone said L times 50. That sounds bad. It said LX50. I thought it was a car. I thought it was a make and model for like a new Lexus. They said LX50. You got 50 L's. One of my mods, get Battle 619 or whatever out of here. You talking about Errol Spence would have been a pay-per-view star, but you can't name one black pay-per-view star that's with Golden Boy? That makes no sense. So just like I said with the wedding photographer, so you gonna just hire me and I can't show you nothing? I can't show you any examples. Kendo, you about to get this work too. Depending on. Hey, get Battle out of here so I can continue with this stream. Oh, there he is. Got him. I did it myself. Battle, you got battled up out of here. Kendo Murray, Ego, are African American fighters harder to make into superstars than other ethnicities, and could AJ be as big a star if he came from America? Listen, life is what you make it, period. And at the end of the day, it's not about a race being hard to market. It's what the company. Listen. Y'all, I'm about to boil all y'all, man. We about to get in. We about to go in on y'all clowns today. Like, listen. Y'all ready for this work? We gonna get this work on. See, I need a ski mask. I'm gonna start doing my live streams with a ski mask on. Cause y'all getting bodied. I'm catching bodies, man. Hold on, let me cover my ear up, man. Listen, if people want to create this notion, listen to me. People want to create this notion that African American fighters are harder to market, right? I'm African American. I'm mixed, right? And I got one of the most popping boxing channels out there. So obviously it's doable. But a better example would be Floyd Mayweather. Name somebody who's bigger than Floyd Mayweather in boxing, right? And has done more than Floyd Mayweather's done. So whether people want to see him lose or win, an African American holds all of the records for everything. Damn near all the records. And he promoted himself. So it's not, no, they're not harder to promote. It's what you do. Now here's an example, man. I'm gonna give y'all an example, okay? So look at it like this. If I'm a barber and I consider myself a master barber, then no matter what texture, what length, if you're balding or receding, what style of hair you have, curly, straight, you as a master class barber should be able to cut that hair. And I see this all the time. I just went to the barber shop, you know what I'm saying? I got a little lineup or whatever. And that's the whole thing. If you're a barber, you can't say, oh shit, your hairline is like, you're balding, I can't cut that. You have curly hair, like I can't cut, you know what I'm saying? Like my shit curly. It's like the barber, what they gonna say? Oh, your shit curling, and like I can't cut your hair because it's curly. That's not a good barber then. That's not a good barber at all. If you can't cut different styles hair, oh, I only cut a white person's hair, or I only cut a black person's hair. So the same goes with the promoter. If you're a promoter and you can only promote one race or this race, or like people are saying, are blacks harder, African Americans harder to promote, then that's a bigger issue. How you call yourself a promoter if you can't promote just a good fighter? You know what I'm saying? See, I should let the curls out, man. I let the curls out on the game. I'm just wearing my shit like this, man. I'm gonna get a ski mask though. I didn't even do my hair today, but fuck it. I'm gonna just be like this. I'm gonna do the whole stream like this. See? Oh, I can't cut. You got that mix shit. I can't cut that. That's stupid. You're not a good barber then. So a lot of people make these excuses like, are African Americans harder to No, it's not. It's what you do. If you have a talent, if you have a Terrence Crawford, you have a Floyd Mayweather or whoever, then get it cracking. Promote the fuck out of him. If you have a Mexican fighter that's unstoppable, promote the fuck out of him. A white guy, promote him. That's what a promoter does. Period. So yeah, it's not a white, black, purple thing. It's whoever can scrap could scrap. If you a Puerto Rican and you could scrap, if you Puerto Rican and don't speak Spanish and could scrap, then this is what it is. If you had no amateur background, if you had a heavy amateur, you could scrap. Period. So, yeah, I don't think it's hard. I don't think it's hard to promote. Like, there's and listen, the thing with promotion is this: everybody has a story, right? Like Daniel Jacobs has a crazy story. Early career loss, people counted him out. Then he got more bad news because he found out he had like a life-threatening cancer wrapped around his spine. Doctor said he couldn't walk, right? Came back, knocked out Quillen. Was supposed to get knocked out by Golovkin. Arguably beat him. Like I said, life is what you make it. So if I was Jacobs' promoter, then yeah, we gonna bank off of we gonna tell his story and we gonna promote that aspect because that's a real people like empowerment. People like things that make you feel good. Here, I posted this just 2 hours ago, right? On my 1,000+ likes, right? These products are knitted by her feet. She has no arms and she used her legs to make all of this. She did that with her fucking feet. She got swag. She killing the game. So once again, life is what you make it. She didn't use like some kind of physical handicap, right? And say, I can't do nothing. There's nothing. I just give up on life. I can't make money. She used what she had and she strengthened that. Because knitting looks hard in general. You know what I'm saying? Knitting looks hard. And she did that with her 2 feet. You know what I mean? That's dope. Once again, we all have a story. All these boxers have a story, whether they're knocked out or they never been knocked out, knocked down. Oh yeah, Red, you gotta go. Bye bye, Red. You should have read the rules before you joined one of my streams. Yo, all that silly shit that really had nothing to do with boxing, your time is coming soon. And it ain't gonna be a hot seat, you just getting blocked up out of here. But yeah, life is what you make it. You can't promote and say you only could, like if you could, the people who are chefs, not just if you could cook, they might have a specialty like, oh, I could barbecue or grill my ass off. But if you're a chef, you could cook. You can make a salad. You can make a pasta dish, Italian, Mexican. If you can cook, you can cook. Same thing with promoter. So if you're a promoter, promote. You have the resources. You have the connections with the venues. You have TV time, all that stuff. So it don't matter what race you are. You should be able to promote anybody. You know what I mean? It's not, oh, black people, they're so hard to get along with it. You can't promote it. Like, no. You promote whatever. I mean, Golden Boy got that 7-foot Chinese dude. He sucked. What has he done? You know what I'm saying? But they promote him as, like, based on his size or some shit. Tashawn Dong. What has he done? You know what I mean? Why did they even sign him? He a heavyweight. Put him in there with Joshua. Put Tashawn. Fuck Wilder versus Joshua. I'm trying to see Tashawn Dong. Hey, let me see Tashawn Dong versus AJ. I don't want to see Fury and Wilder. I want to see Golden Boy's Tashawn Dong. Put Tashawn Dong in there with AJ. Stay humble, my friends. Oh my gosh. Put Tashawn Dong ass up in there, man. Put him in there with Wilder. I'm trying to see this. I see. Oh my gosh. I seen him at Longshore. I can't even read these comments. I seen him at Longshoreman Hall in the city years ago. He's trash. Yeah, where's he been? So I mean, like I said, why did Golden Boy even sign him? Where's Tashawn Dong, bro? That's what the heavyweight division needs. He ain't failing no drug test. He ready to scrap. I'm trying to see Tashawn Dong, man. I don't even feel right saying that as a man. Like where you going? I'm going to go see Tashawn Dong. Like I don't even like that name for a human. Where Tashawn Dong at, bro? He sound like a porn star. Ugh. My boy Dong, though. Is Tashawn Dong? Hey, is Tashawn Dong as big as Canelo? Hey, he big though. Pause. Hey, what the fuck is this? They put him in front of a mountain. This is a terrible. Is this a fight poster? Is this a flyer? They put him in fucking Mount Everest. Hey, hell nah. Hey, bro, is this a fight? Is this a fight promo poster? They put him in the Alpines. He about to fight Godzilla in the mountains, man. Hey, where's Dawn, man? Tashawn Dawn finna take over the heavyweight. Look at him. Hey, was he in Rush Hour 3? Didn't they have a big ass dude in Rush Hour 3? And he was like, who? And when Chris Tucker was like, who? He's like, me. No, you. Like, who, me? Man, I'ma slap you. Beijito, I'ma slap you. Where's Tashawn Dawn, Golden Boy? That's what we need to get. He the heavyweight. Who the fuck is he fight? Oh my gosh. Who is he fighting right now? See, y'all be clowning Wilder's opposition. Y'all be clowning Wilder. Who the fuck is this man? Whose mans is this? This dude's 7 feet tall, looking brocky, and whose mans is this? And y'all, and this shit was on Fox. Golden Boy, they got some televised work for Tashawn Dog to fight this. I seen this fight actually. He was fighting crazy, that fat dude. Hey, bro, what is this Saget shit? Tiger. Hey, bro. Oh my gosh. This is Tyson Fury's comeback fight. Y'all need hey, y'all need to recommend Tashawn Dong for a Tyson Fury comeback. He weighed 25 stone. See, look at Golden Boy. Hey, where Dong at, bro? Does that sound weird? Oh my gosh. Hey, Tashawn got cracked. That almost sounds like a black name. Yeah, this is my son Jamarcus and Tashawn. Hey, Tashawn got cracks though. Hey, Tashawn ain't play. Hey, Tashawn ain't really playing with Butterbean Never. Hey, fuck this. Tashawn is the future, man. Hold on.